Okay, I'm going to try to read through this really fast. This is a very, very short list of 15 reasons to fucking leave right now. Florida Bill HB 991 makes it illegal to call anyone racist, transphobic, or homophobic. If you do, that person can sue you for a minimum of $35,000 in damages, which includes being online. So even if you don't live in Florida, they can sue you. South Carolina introduced Bill S-240, which basically is meant to punish women who have had an abortion with execution because life is so valuable. Tennessee Bill HB 878 has been passed, which basically allows someone or ordained person to discriminate and not perform a ceremony due to religious or personal beliefs. West Virginia, House Bill 3018. They chose not to pass a bill that would ban child marriage. So currently, a parent can force a child at any age to marry. This bill would have stopped that. Tennessee Bill, Senate Bill 3, bans transgender minors from receiving any sort of gender-affirming care. U.S. Supreme Court case Moore v. Harper, currently being heard by the Supreme Court, but in a historic change of events, North Carolina is now choosing to rehear this case and potentially reverse their decision, as they are now Republican-leaning. Mississippi has passed the Jim Crow Bill, HB 1020, which essentially strips black voters of their voting rights in this new district that would be created as part of this bill. Nebraska's Heartbeat Bill, LB 626, bans all abortions after 6 weeks, and that has been passed. Arkansas's bill from Sarah Huckabee Sanders for education reform, Arkansas Learns, SB 294, has been passed. She wants to segregate children with disabilities and start to defund public education. Speaking of Sarah Huckabee, she also signed into law HB 1410, which loosens child labor protections, ignoring the fact that child labor violations are 4 times higher now than they were in 2015. Indiana House Bill number 1608 has been passed, basically restricting all LGBTQ topics, kind of like the Don't Say Gay bill, but for Indiana. Florida courts, Bill 254 would allow Florida to take emergency custody of kids with trans parents or siblings, as well as any children receiving gender-affirming care, even if they don't live in the state of Florida. Tennessee Bill 1257 and SB 2196 have been passed, which is basically the abortion ban with no exceptions. They're currently arguing whether someone hemorrhaging is a valid reason to receive an emergency abortion. Arkansas Bill 1174 became Act 63 and has been passed. Basically, it allows for the arrest of women who cause a miscarriage, including the use of contraception, because their belief is that an unborn child starts at conception, not fertilization. So if you're going through IVF and you have not implanted said embryos, you can't discard them because that is murder. You can't have an IUD or use Plan B, which would prevent a fertilized egg from attaching, so to speak. If you get pregnant and lift something too heavy, or you aren't able to get prenatal care, for example, if you can't afford to get prenatal care, or you don't have health insurance and no doctors will accept you without health insurance, that would qualify as a reason for them to arrest you with the belief that you caused your miscarriage. Tennessee Bill SB 1092 has been introduced, which would basically allow them to nullify whatever marriages they choose for personal or religious belief. That's a very freaking short list of 15 reasons that I am ready to go. Who else is coming with me?